The tensions between India and China persist, with tens of thousands of soldiers confronting each other along their disputed Himalayan borders for the fifth consecutive year. Despite calls from both sides to stabilize ties, analysts see few signs of a reduction in military tensions between these Asian rivals. However, trade between the two countries has surged. The ground reality is that the Chinese are focusing on building infrastructure in the Himalayas to enhance their conventional deterrence capabilities. They are constructing roads, bridges, and other military-related structures, which is a significant concern for India, says Srikanth Kondapalli, the Dean of the School of International Studies at Jawaharlal Nehru University in New Delhi. Relations between the Asian giants nosedived sharply following a clash in June 2020 between their soldiers. Backed by heavy artillery and fighter jets, an estimated 50,000 troops from each side remain amassed at hot spots in the Himalayas, where they share a long, poorly demarcated border. I have to be honest, our relations with China are not doing very well, Indian Foreign Minister Subramanian Jaishankar told reporters at a news conference in Tokyo, where he was attending a Quad meeting. They are not good, they are not normal right now. Jaishankar's remarks came days after he met his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi on the sidelines of a summit meeting of the ASEAN bloc in Laos. Both sides emphasized the need to normalize ties, with Wang stating that it is in the interests of both sides to get China-India relations back on track. Jaishankar spoke of the need to address their bilateral issues with a sense of purpose and urgency. However, analysts point out that there are no signs of de-escalation along the borders. Although soldiers withdrew from several conflict areas between 2020 and 22, there has been little progress in resolving their disputes at other friction points that are claimed by both sides. We have had 21 meetings between military commanders from the two countries since the clash 4 years ago to resolve the issue, but progress has been marginal, Kondapalli said. Despite the volatile Himalayan border, India's imports from China have grown steadily, even as New Delhi imposed strict curbs on economic ties with China following the 2020 clash. India had stepped up scrutiny of Chinese investments, blocked virtually all Chinese visitors, halted major Chinese projects in the country, and blocked Chinese apps like TikTok. When India put these curbs in 2020, the government strategy was that we should reduce our import dependence on China, said Biswajit Dar, a trade analyst and distinguished professor at the Council for Social Development in New Delhi. But that has not happened, so that strategy has come to grief. And now there is a realization that it is difficult to decouple from China, which remains the world's largest manufacturer. While China says the two countries should resume normal exchanges even as they continue discussions on their territorial disputes, India maintains that putting ties back on track will be contingent on resolving the border standoff. Analysts say New Delhi faces a dilemma as it must balance its stance on the border issues with the growing economic interdependence between the two countries.